Welcome back to the Gilfoyle Show. Today's question, is AI a house of cards? Short answer, yes. Long answer, yes, but with better marketing decks. I saw this tweet the other day, AI is a house of cards. 1. You pay $200 a year for an AI app like Cursor. 2. Cursor pays Anthropic $500 for the tokens, $300 of which comes from VCs. 3. Anthropic pays AWS $1,000 for compute, $500 from VCs. 4. AWS pays NVIDIA $10,000 for GPUs. This is basically a Rube Goldberg machine where the punchline is SoftBank writing a check. Everyone's disrupting, but the only thing actually getting disrupted is venture capital patience. But let's unpack it. Point number 4 commits a rookie mistake, comparing a fixed cost, a $10,000 GPU to recurring revenue, $1,000 a month. That's like saying your Netflix subscription can't cover the cost of making The Irishman. Spoiler, it can, as long as you get millions of people to pay $15 a month to watch half of it and then switch to TikTok. AWS knows this game. They can make their money back on GPUs in about a year, which means brace yourself, cloud providers are actually profitable. The only winners in this supposed house of cards are the guys renting you the card table. Now, why are AI startups still hemorrhaging cash? Inference costs have been falling, dollar per million tokens has been dropping steadily, but here's the catch, usage per user has been going vertical. Last year, people used autocomplete. This year, they've got coding agents that run like unpaid interns on Adderall, cranking out millions of tokens while you're in the bathroom. So even if the cost per token is dropping, your intern is binging tokens like Doritos at a LAN party. Of course, human bandwidth is finite. You can't prompt your AI 24/7 unless you're one of those weirdos who automated their dating life. And companies are throttling usage anyway. Claude went from 5 hours a day to a week. Models get downgraded mid-session, basically the AI equivalent of telling you, we're out of Coke, here's a Diet RC Cola. Meanwhile, costs can still fall further. Model architecture improvements, inference optimizations, non-NVIDIA GPUs, maybe AMD saves us. Maybe not, but optimists think inference costs will eventually get close to the electricity bill, which is great news if your dream is to turn GPUs into slightly overpriced light bulbs. So, problem solved? AI companies will eventually be profitable? Not so fast. There's a bigger shift happening, local AI or edge AI. Models running on your phone, laptop, or God forbid your smart fridge. Microsoft, Apple, Google, even OpenAI are admitting this. The future is hybrid. Some stuff runs locally, some in the cloud, which basically means half of what you're paying Anthropic today will eventually just run on the M4 chip in your MacBook. That's not a house of cards. That's a house where the cards are quietly being stolen by your phone. So to circle back, the tweet's conclusion that AI is a house of cards is cute, but simplistic. This isn't a house of cards, it's a casino. A few people are cashing out, most people are losing, and occasionally a black swan shows up like a cheap chip or a radically efficient architecture, and the whole game resets. In other words, the AI industry is a dynamic, multivariable system. Or, as VCs like to call it, a great place to set 50 million on fire in exchange for an all hands with free sushi. That's all for today. Next week, why your startup isn't failing, it's just pre-revenue.